Happy Tuesday, Loveland High School. This is Todd Ball, principal. I want to talk about entering the building today and the procedures in the building. First of all, due to COVID, there are some things that are going to be different this year, and you need to be aware of them. If everyone could please have the acknowledgement form signed, and that allows access to the building, that would be great. It's on Infinite Campus, and please have that completed before you come to the building. Second, when you go into the building, these are the things that are going to be a little different. You cannot gather in the cafeteria in groups. The cafeteria is actually going to have some classes in it so that we can socially distance and keep everybody as best we can, maximizing space between people. So when you come into the building, you'll go directly to your class. If you have a block off on first period, please don't come to school till second period. So an off block, first period, don't come until second period. If you have an off block on fourth period, please plan on exiting the building after third and go home. We don't have as many spaces available for off-block students as we do in non-COVID time. There will be a few spaces for those that cannot travel or don't have car access to go home, but please make sure that if you can stay at home during an off-block, that's a good thing. Also, if you have second period as an off-block, please make sure that if you're going away from Loveland High School, go during second block and lunch. That limits the amount of people. If you have a third period off block, please make sure that if you're going away for lunch, stay off campus during lunch and third period. It's just a way of limiting the amount of people that are in the building. Now, once you're in here, ready to go to class, there's a couple of things. There's a yellow line right down the middle of the hallway so that people stay on their side of the hall and stay away from each other. There's arrows that kind of tell you where to go on what side, and please follow that the best that you can. Also, when you come to Loveland High School, please remember, if you are a senior or a freshman, please enter the high school on the west side. If you are a sophomore or a junior, please enter the building on the east side. This goes ahead and keeps people from being at the same place all together. It splits them in half. Now let's talk about transportation and off blocks. If you are bused to school and you have an off block, not a problem. I know you're not able to leave the campus during the off block. Please make sure that you go to the cafeteria and have the time where it's more of a study table than it is what we've had in the past, where it's just time to go down and sit with friends in groups and do that. We can no longer sit in big groups. We have to be socially distanced. Please make sure that you know you're welcome to spend that time in the cafeteria, and make sure that you stay far apart from others. There won't be any gatherings of big groups, and it is more for a study table than it is for anything else. I really appreciate your help in this. We'll change as soon as we have the restrictions lifted for COVID, but right now we have to be pretty secure about that. Also, when you go through and you start school, we're going to have pictures taken. And those pictures will be during the first week and the very beginning of the following week. You'll be dismissed by class to go through and have those pictures taken so that you can have an ID. One of the changes is we all have to wear our IDs this year. We have a lanyard for everybody. And the reason that we've got to be pretty strict on this is since people are wearing masks, we don't exactly know who you are. So with your ID, we can identify you. So those are some of the changes, some of the things that are happening once you get into the building. The next videos will take a look at what do you do when you get to the class, the safety protocols about cleaning and sanitizing. We'll talk about lunch coming up, and I hope this is helpful. Hey, have a great Tuesday, Loveland High.